As a child, it's quite normal to go to the doctor, the dentist, even the eye doctor. When you're sick or not sick, it's very important to make sure you keep up or your parent keeps up with any information or any growth that you're doing. Those are the very important stages of your life when you're not really aware and you're just living life. Being at those places is kind of fun and scary at the same time. So imagine not being able to go to those places. Imagine not being able to have a doctor look inside of your ears or your mouth. Imagine not being able to know that you're healthy or unhealthy. What might they feel like? How might that affect them? And how will that affect their parents? You never know how important your health is until it's left untreated or uncared for.
¿Y tú?
Guatemala.
No llores.
These children have been put through very traumatic experiences. They've been separated by their parents. They've been put in unfamiliar places. So of course, they're going to have traumatic health effects. But it's not only going to be through mental, it's also through physical as well. There are so many great resources that once the child gets reconnected with their parent, they can go online or see someone or an organization to help them get their child's health back and give them the proper screening that they probably didn't have in the detention centers. Traumatic experiences doesn't only affect the children, it affects their parents, their siblings, even teachers. The next question may be, how do I get back this relationship I once had? Or even, how do I deal or cope with this new complex relationship after these traumatic experiences?
Julie Knudsen. My title is Supervisor of Pupil Services for Norristown Area School District. Well, again, there's the whole range, which is so interesting, or how you perceive an event. Like, we have siblings, right? That one child is kind of doing fine, coming to school every day, and so that's another conversation about resiliency, but how another child is dealing with their trauma and what that experience, and I keep going back to it, is that fight, flight, freeze mode, and how that presents itself. And that's, to me, is a symptom of the trauma and how they're coping, always just ready to flee. We have the elopers. I think there was so much more trauma and my ignorance and lack of understanding and education. I'm not understanding what was, even as a fifth grade teacher, when I look at my career with not even recognizing child abuse, but trauma, toxic stress can be all different degrees. And then, coming into the district and being kind of the mental health specialist, being called in on crisis situations, behavioral issues, and getting plugged into like mental health, and now having a wider lens where I think so many of our kids just experience trauma, toxic stress. And so I've had additional training. I've gone to Bryn Mawr, finished a kind of a certificate program there. We've partnered with the United Way. I've done a lot of reading, research, education on my own, and trying to bring that to the classrooms. I've done some professional development around it here in our district.